Hello everybody and hi, my name is Kieran. Welcome to You Are Jeff Bezos, the capitalist pig. I don't know if this is a comedy game or a satire or just kind of depressing because, I mean, look at all that money. And you can't even buy a toupee. You wake up this morning from unsettling dreams. You find yourself changed in your bed into a monstrous vermin. You are Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos' employees are now your employees. His money is your money. Nothing you say or do will convince anyone you are not Jeff Bezos, even his closest friends and family. What do you do? Go to the bathroom, scream and sob with terror over this unnatural event, spend all his heckin' money. I mean, if I've just woken up, I probably gotta go take a wee. You go to the bathroom. It takes you about 9 minutes to do all your business. Dang. You flush the toilet because any game with a bathroom that does not allow you to flush the toilet is not a real game. In that 9 minutes, you, Jeff Bezos, make that's more than 9 times an American's average annual salary, and 20 times the median salary of an Amazon employee. If I can make that much in a year, I'll consider myself a runaway success in life. That's $500,000, right? Yeah, that's $500,000 by pooping. What do you do with that much money? Exactly. What do you do with that much money? Genuinely. Like, at a certain point, you just can't spend that much money. He physically could not spend all of his money in a day. What do you do? What do you do with it? I don't get it. Yeah, it's kind of horrifying, isn't it? Right, okay, how do I get rid of all this money? I go to the bathroom. Oh, I feel another a second wave of the tinkle coming on. Yeah, how do I get rid of all this money? I don't like having this. That's too much money. You cannot invest it, keep it, or earn more of it. You can only spend it. That's really an inefficient way to use wealth. Dude. If I consider this, right? If Jeff Bezos gave me his earnings for a day, I would probably never have to work again. I mean, come on, dude. That's pretty cheap, dude. You're a pretty cheap man for such a rich boy. You're cheap. You cannot invest to keep it or earn more of it. You can only spend it. Well, what if I go pee again? Alright, cool. I don't want to argue with the laws of nature. Jeff Bezos' current wealth is displayed on the left. Below are some things you might consider spending it on. Pay off yeah. Pay off student loan debt. 1.5 trillion. Hold on, how much money is that actually? That's 1,000, 500,000. Is that billions? Oh, that's billions. I don't know why saying that out loud makes it click more, but that's billions of dollars. Surely you can part with like one of those billions, right, dude? Right? I'm just saying. I could repair Puerto Rico, pay for the border wall, and then not build it. Pay personal taxes. Hire 100,000 new teachers for 4 years each. End homelessness. It's between these two. My parents are teachers, so this hits a little closer to home. But also, that would be a monumental achievement. Start from the ground up, fix homelessness, and then we'll work up from there. You eliminate homelessness in the United States. Every person in the U.S. now has a guaranteed roof over their head. See, and that's even the teachers now are also, if they don't have a job, they're still not homeless. They're not going to die. That's that big bald Bezos brain that I'm working with. It costs you $20 billion. Or a trivial 12.8% of your standing net worth. You still have too much. I'll soon change that. Right, so I can't repair Puerto Rico anymore. Pay my personal taxes. Jeff Bezos doesn't pay taxes. No, yeah, isn't there a shortage of teachers in America? Isn't that like an actual problem? Or at least they aren't getting paid enough. It's hard to find a job. There's some going on. Let's give 100,000 people work. You hire 100,000 new teachers for a median salary of 50. That's not bad money. That's American too. Dang, teachers? Sure enough. Covering their salary for the first 4 years of their hire. This comes to around $22.4 billion for you, about a third of the annual U.S. education budget. Dang. In an interview, Betsy DeVos praises your actions as the free market in action. Well, praises your actions as the free market's in action. Oh, okay, I see. In response, you lure her off to a remote area in the upper Midwest, promising to show her a designer mansion with 5 different styles of windows. When she gets there, she finds an abandoned shack without plumbing and a distinct lack of yachts. Am I gonna kill her? Twitter is lighting up with liberals praising your good deeds with the hashtag Bezos' Bay. Leftists still hate you. Pay for the border wall and not build it. Is that... What would that actually do, though? That would legitimately just be a waste of money, then. Like, obviously, it's better not to build the wall, but if it's not gonna get... Is it like buying the rights to the wall? Yeah. Okay, let's inject a little into the economy. Pay some taxes. Wow, that took a chunk. Here we get into the dicey business of what personal worth is and how that translates to taxable income. Answer, it usually doesn't, because rich people are master frauds and charlatans who exploit loopholes in tax code to avoid paying their fair share. Jeff Bezos is worth $156 million. You're using the top tax bracket of 30... Whoa, this is a lot more intense than I thought it would be. Using the tax bracket of 37% and paying out... You'd pay 99%, but then this would be a very short simulator. Hooray! Simple math! What else can I do? Good job decimating a rich man's wealth so far. By the way, you've gone from bleh to bleh with a few clicks of a button. If only you could manufacture guillotines this easy. That's still billions, though. You still could never have... You could cash in all your stocks and everything. Never work again. What are you doing? I did fund NASA for a year. Not bad. Double every Amazon employee. Ooh, that's a good one. Support 10,000 artists in resident. I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Abolish the Electoral College. I'm Canadian. I don't know what that means. Pay back taxes to the EU. And I'm not sure what taxes those are, but there's a lot of them. Okay, yeah, no. Amazon employees, they better get double pay. You double the median Amazon worker's salary from poverty level to 56. Oh yeah, much closer to the US. Oh my gosh, they only make $28,000 a year? Oh no. Your employees are able to lead lives with slightly more dignity. Gosh, that's horrible. While you're at it, you implement progressive policies, getting rid of timed bathroom breaks and those hilariously anti-union videos you've been forcing your employees to watch. The cost of this to you is so negligible, I'm not even going to model it. Wait a minute, wait. They have timed bathroom breaks and anti-union videos? Jeff, get over here. What's wrong with you? Cool, what next? Support artists. Maybe I'm a little biased, but they need it. You spend $2 billion funding 10,000 artists in residence at various museums, universities, and conservatories around the country. Each artist receives $50,000 a year for up to 4 years, allowing them to pursue creative endeavors unfettered by the oppressive shackles of capitalism. Your lawyers beg you to force the artists to wear a sponsored by Amazon badge on their shirts for every day of their residencies. It's the least artists can do, they argue, in exchange for your generosity. You fire these lawyers and use their retainer fees to fund a few more artists. Yeah. I like this game's Jeff Bezos. Sorry, I'm still hung up. Anti-union... Is that true? Anti-union films and timed bathroom breaks. Is that for real? That is so... utilitarian. That is like dystopian novel type stuff. Nice. The squatter in the White House goes on an unhinged Twitter rant, branding you a communist. What are you doing, friend? Would you give me some personal space? Branding you a communist, Democrat, fascist with the small genitals is running the economy. It calls for your execution. Is the Electoral College the reason there's a squatter in the lighthouse in the White House? Based on the decisions that have come so far in this game, I'm gonna assume that this is something I'll probably enjoy. Am I gonna have enough money, back taxes to the EU? I don't really know what that means. I'm not that worldly. Let's fund NASA first. Just get that out of the way. Just let them have some good stuff. Rather than squander your money on private spaceflight vanities, you put a solid $20 my crisp 20 for you. $20 billion toward public astronautics, equal to NASA's annual budget. Mitch McConnell calls you, thanking you for saving Congress the trouble of paying for that society of eggheads for a year. You make it very clear that $20 billion is in addition to its federal allotment, and any attempt on Congress's end to slash the budget next year will mean all Congress people are banned forever from your private space cruises. Out of my way, plebs. I'm Jeff Bezos. This is a lie, of course. You've already dismantled your private space agency. This is a lie, of course. You've already dismantled your private space agency, and once Grimes convinces Elon it's the 420 blaze it millennial thing to do, he'll follow suit as well. Boldly going forward because we can't find reverse. That's what I like. I don't know the ramifications of these, so I'm just gonna go, did you hear something? A loud crack fills the room, as finally your frantic family members and several bodyguards manage to break down the door to your bedroom. A few of your burlier relatives pin you down and take away your laptop. Please, Uncle Bezos, begs a doe-eyed child who's probably not actually your nibbling. Nibbling? Crumbly, gibbly tears fall down their cheeks as you are tied to a chair. You've left us with a mere too much money dollars. Mother says we'll be ever so destitute if you do not cease your wretched spending. Do Jeff Bezos' extended family speak like Dickens characters? They do here. What do you say to the child? You will live. Sit them down and patiently explain why being a billionaire is immoral. Show them Twitter, they'll end up just as socialist and it'll take less effort on your end. Being a billionaire kind of is a bit immoral. It's not the most ethical thing. Because, like, what's the point of having money if you're not going to give it away, you know? At a certain point, your needs are met. Your needs are met, and especially in this case, your pleasures are met. So, like, just donate. Give away. Give away what you can. Why wouldn't you? Explain why being a billionaire is immoral. With your arms tied behind your back, you are left gesturing with your head, asking the sniffing snot-nosed cherub to take a seat on your knee. They do. And while your family and hired strongmen rifle through your belongings, trying to find a way to undo your recent financial transactions, you launch into your best, most heartfelt, age-appropriate lectures on ethics. It is light on theory and heavy on comparisons, but you manage to get across that in a world of such wealth as ours, for a select few to hold on to the vast majority of wealth, whether they earned it or not, while others starve, is neglecting our moral duty to one another. I believe that. The child listens quietly and frowns. Look, you say finally. Just watch The Good Place. I watched episode 1, and it didn't really captivate me. Well, that sure took a while to reach a pretty basic media recommendation, and unfortunately, in the meantime, you've earned a lot of money. Maybe it would have been better to leave your child rearing to social media. Enough of this. Time to spend more Jeff Bezos money. You flex your shiny biceps as hard as you can. The rope bindings of your chair literally burst into so many shreds of hemp. You stand, using a leg of the chair to beat back several bodyguards and distraught adult heirs. When you see a path open, you take it, fleeing into the city streets armed only with your bathrobe, a phone, and a small laptop. After escaping onto the subway, you spare a quick glance at your bank account and find it's still too large for your taste. Fund 10 animal rescues for 4 years, that's good. Build 10 new public libraries, that's fair. Finance 100 indie games. Reboot Mythbusters? Reboot. That doesn't necessarily mean with the same cast. So, if it's not my boys, if it's not my beret blowing up ginger boys, we're not getting it. Pay off 1,000 graduate student loans. Fix the Flint water crisis. There's a lot of good ones. Pay off the loans, for sure. 100%. The average graduate student has 57 in loan debt. Your friends are anything but average, of course, but you also probably don't have 1,000 of them. So 57.6 million should cover you either way, plus a few hundred strangers. You spend any leftover organizing a game studies conference, including covering transportation and hotel expenses for all speakers. Todd Harper does the opening keynote, and Maddie Bryce oversees the wine tasting session. I know those names. No speaker over the age of 45, please. Thank you. You hold up in a dimly lit cafe where no one will question why Jeff Bezos is in his bathrobe working on a laptop. To help ensure their silence, you pay the college education of 3 baristas. Only $300,000. You also tip well. Another $300,000? Because labor should be adequately compensated regardless of whether a server or worker goes the extra mile for you. $200. See, this game's a bit more political than I was expecting. I was expecting a little more ha-has, a little more banter, a little more lightness. This, I mean, it's right, but it's Fuent water crisis. I think I've heard of that. Any water crisis should be fixed up, I imagine. Completely renovated tutorial registered filmmaking things residents. Oh yeah, no, I have heard of that actually. Literally, this should have happened years ago already. A barista with a lip ring and an Imperator Ferosa Furious barista tattoo brings you a second coffee. They tell you that what you're doing now doesn't make up for the years you, Jeff Bezos, have spent exploiting your workers and destroying rival businesses. Since it's not like they'll believe you if you explain you're just a rando stuck in Jeff Bezos' gross plastinated body. Oh yeah! I forgot the premise of this game. I thought I was actually Jeff Bezos. I totally forgot I'm not Jeff Bezos. Animals. For $5 million a year each, these aren't your run-of-the-mill animal shelters. These are full-featured rescues focused on providing for abused former circus animals and exotic pets. You know those videos testing whether tigers will sit in a... I'm sorry, I'm so not reading it today. You know those videos testing whether tigers will sit in boxes and get high off catnip? Well, that's the kind of rescue you're funding. Let the good times roll. Genuinely, find us some indie games. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Let's be real, there are 2 kinds of independent games. The ones made by former AAA devs, which often run into the millions and usually require outside investment, and stuff like this built in Twine. So postulating that you can fund 100 indie games for $1 million each is some kind of wild A math. But let's say you fund 10 of those bigger games by industry veterans and use the rest to support 200 smaller indies. Or maybe you don't fund any Kickstarter games and instead donate every last cent to your favorite avant-garde glitch, whatever you want, babe. It's yours, Jeff Bezos. Money. Take that, Indiepocalypse. I want to see how far I can go. I don't know, what's the library situation in America? I keep forgetting this is for America, not Canada. When's the last time I went to a library? I think with the internet, public libraries are becoming less, well, and there's people who don't have internet. I'm sure there's some good that can come from that. Let's do it. The cost of a new public library can vary, but 15 million gets you relatively fancy ones, so obviously 150 million gets you 10 fancy ones. Any remainder ought to go towards maintaining the libraries since you built them and all. Yeah, books are good. You and your barista's accomplices race through the city's back streets, cannily avoiding police blockades and Amazon locker locations. Twice you were nearly cut down by weaponized delivery drones. You managed to drive out of their firing range just in time. The drones record you as KIA in their online tracking system anyway, thus buying you a precious few minutes. Huddled behind a dumpster, you find the barista with a lip ring has sustained a deep cut to their arm. Use your cleanest $100 bill to address the wound. Are you lugging around $17 billion in cash? See, on one hand, yeah, but at the same time, I don't think me or Jeff Bezos has any capabilities as a doctor. And also $100 bills aren't gonna do that much to stop the bleeding. So honestly, just pay for her stuff. You will fully cover the medical expenses if that cuts gets anywhere. They give you a sour look and say nothing. It's clearly underpressed. Well, okay, let's try to reach the sewers. It's no use. Sewers actually aren't all that spacious. And also, manhole covers are really heavy. The police catch up to you while you're swearing and nursing your stubbed toe. Maybe you should have run out your luxury apartment wearing something sturdier than slippers. You and 3 baristas allies are arrested on the spot. Oh. You and your college-age accomplices are each charged with resisting arrest, the most fascist BS charge. Additionally, you are charged with 1 count of destabilizing capitalism, while the 3 baristas are charged with pirating anime. It happens. Whoa. That's a difference. Pay bail for everyone? I don't think that's really a good move. There's a lot of people who shouldn't be in prison, for sure. A lot of people who should. Let's just get the baristas, you know, get my boys and girls out of there. The cops don't so much as bat an eye before accepting your terms. They undo three ballistas' handcuffs and quietly destroy the forms they had started to fill out. Three ballistas flee into the night and off to brew coffee and create latte foam art for many happy days to come. One of them, the one with the lip ring, looks back over their shoulder only once, locking eyes with you from where you still sit in the back of their car. Then they are gone. Off to jail, I guess. Add in processing. Your bail is set to an outrageous... all of my money. It seems the cops have caught wise and intend to either squeeze you for all you're worth, or at least ensure you can't give any more of your money away. I would like to speak to my lawyer, please. That seems kind of unfair. Because you are white and wealthy, the law works differently for you. You are granted a phone call to your lawyer. Unfortunately, you don't know the number to Jeff Bezos' lawyer, or even who they are. You recall talking to some lawyers, but you're pretty sure you fired those. Yeah. You realize that if you're going to do anything with this one phone call, it should be something to try and get rid of as much of your remaining wealth as possible. What will I spend Jeff Bezos' money on? Pay for your anime. Keep it. I'll represent myself. Yeah, I don't think I have many law-based credentials. So yeah, 17 billion. Coming for you, Puerto Rico. You donate everything you have left towards rebuilding Puerto Rico. The sum is significant and goes some ways towards the island's recovery. It won't fix everything, but it helps. And you can be sure your funds won't go to waste. After finishing your phone call, you return quietly to your cell. If hashtag Bezos' Bay is still trending on Twitter, you're sure someone is raising money for your legal fees right now. But you absolutely refuse to use it. There's nothing that you can do for now. Wait. How long is this game? I thought this was going to be like a little 10-minute haha. You wait, and there's little else to do. You sit and contemplate your, admittedly brief, existence as Bezos, the unimaginable wealth you struggled to spend, the problems that lay outside even your ability. Was it really worth anything at all? To rid the world of one man's billions? Was this really the best you could do? With this thought in your head, you lie down in your hard jail bunk and slowly, you drift to sleep. When you wake up this morning from an unsettling dream, you find yourself changed. You are Elon Musk. I got the true ending! Wow, not to be treated as serious resource for money numbers or financial advice if you are indeed Jeff Bezos. No, I think he should play this game. I would love to see a YouTube video of Jeff Bezos playing this game. That would be such a baller move. Just keeps going to the bathroom. Alright, well that is your Jeff Bezos. Thank you very much for joining me in this game. I didn't mention there's no music. It's just me, my silence, and my money. If you like this video, then please leave a like. And if you'd like to help me make people happy for a living, then please consider subscribing to the channel. It makes me smile, and I want to make you smile too. Also, share this video to Jeff Bezos. Tweet it at him. Let him know. I can be your financial advisor, dude. But regardless, as always, I love you, and hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, my dear, what?